I love my subscription to Indianapolis Monthly because it's full of surprises. Like this recent photo essay by a National Geographic photographer and a Southside journalist. It's about Chindianapolis. I'd never heard of the term before.
Chindianapolis is the Chin community here in Indianapolis. It's the way they refer to themselves and the city and their community.
That's journalist Susan Selez, and the story was her idea. Who are the Chin?
The Chin are a group of people from Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. It's a state in the northwest corner of Myanmar, a very mountainous state. And the Chin people are mostly Christian people. A lot of them came here as refugees because they were persecuted in their home country for being Christian.
The Chindianapolis story is unusual because it's told through powerful pictures and simple captions, like this one. I call it the Chin Madonna. Photographer Steve Reimer noticed the mother and child waiting for an English language class.
Here was this young woman with a baby, and the light was subtle, and I had been told by someone to be sensitive to how Chin mothers carried their children in the traditional baby sling that's hand woven. She almost took her picture herself.
Myanmar has been in the news lately because of a military coup and violent protests. It's ironic that people from that troubled country have found a new home on the south side of Indianapolis.
There are about 70,000 Chin refugees in the United States of America, and about 20,000 of them live here on the south side of Indianapolis.
The unofficial mayor of Chindianapolis is Mr. Than Ray. He's one of the owners of Chin Brothers Restaurant and Grocery Store.
He's very much the leader of the tribe. People come to him for advice, to chat about all the affairs of the community. And his kitchen serves up a wonderful variety of Chin food.
Through their pictures and captions, Steve and Susan introduce us to the people and the events of the Chin community.
Boy Leon is the first Chin police officer here in Southport, Indiana, which is an all-volunteer police squad. And he told me that he really wanted a way to give back to his community. He said that they fled to the United States as refugees because it was so rough for them with his family being Christian. So I grew up going to St. Mark Catholic School and Church, and it has changed over the years. Monica began volunteering at St. Mark when her children started going there and is now a paid professional, an assistant in the classroom.
There are almost 4,000 students in Perry Township, and over the years, Miriam Moy has touched many of their lives.
She is the first Chin teacher in Indiana, and she works for Perry Township Schools at Southport High School. She's a science teacher.
I was amazed at the rapport she had with students. It was really an amazing feat of teaching to keep 20 or 25 kids together doing a piece of science, and all the while explaining what DNA is.
What goes on at the Chin Center?
This is a place where problems are solved. I went to the Chin Center to see the English language classes, and it was marvelous because you had all age groups struggling with a difficult language.
This citizenship ceremony was the final shoot for the story.
It was impressive in that it gave kind of visual proof or visual representation to the goal of the Chin people. It's not just to be here, but it's to be a citizen.
You spent 2 months kind of immersed in the Chin culture in Indianapolis. If there was one takeaway from your experience, what is it?
It's been a hard year to get to know your neighbors, but I guess being on the south side and having, people in my neighborhood that are from Chinland, I guess that's what my takeaway was kind of get to know your neighbors.
With the arrival of spring, it's a perfect time to get outside and follow Susan's advice. Get to know your neighbors. For Great Day TV, I'm Steve Sweitzer.